is another beautiful spring day, and I just snipped a little bit of my chive blossom, and I'm going to make a little omelet this morning. So what you'll need if you want to do this too, you'll need some eggs. I've got some fresh farm eggs there. I'll include a link to my visit to the farm if you'd like to see the farms in our area. I have some fresh picked spinach and some chive blossom butter, which I made earlier, and that I'll include a link to that recipe if you'd like to check it out. I have some goat cheese crumbles, and then you'll need some salt and pepper. I'm using a white pepper and pink salt. Okay, so let's get cooking over here. So the first thing I want to do is take a saute pan, and I'm going to melt just a little bit of butter. Like I said, I'm using a chive blossom butter. You can use whatever butter you like. If you're not using a chive blossom butter, then you may want to add a little bit of shallots maybe, or a little bit of garlic to your butter at this point. Okay, and while that's melting, I'm going to go ahead and get some spinach ready. So all I'm going to do is take my spinach leaves, and I'm going to pull the rib out backwards like this and put it in my compost pile. And I'll just give these a gentle tear. They're going to cook down really nice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add my spinach leaves. I'm going to let these soften up. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get my eggs ready. I really don't need to add anything to the eggs. Some people like to add cream or whatever. I just like to add a little more butter to my omelet pan. I think the eggs cook up real nice with just a little extra butter. Okay. Let's have a little peek at our spinach. I don't want to overcook it or anything. I just want to, kind of cook it down a little bit. That looks good. I'll set that aside and leave it in the saute pan so that it's nice and warm. And now we're going to start our butter for our omelet. It was smelling so good. Those chives and the chive blossom just smells wonderful. So let's go ahead and add our egg. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a tiny bit of pink salt and a tiny crack of white pepper. And we're just going to let it set up a little bit. This is a little uneven, so my eggs are kind of running off to one side. Omelets are probably one of my most favorite ways to use fresh veggies and herbs from the garden. It's a wonderful breakfast. So fresh, just wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the sides a little bit. Bring them in once more. Let it set up. And we're going to give it a flip. And I am going to go ahead and add my goat cheese. Turned off the heat. Go ahead and add my spinach. And we'll pop it on a plate. Now I just want to hit it with a little bit more white pepper. And a little more pink salt. And I'm going to chop up the fresh chive. This chive did not come from the same plant that I harvested the blossom from. So this is a nice, fresh, new spring chive. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the chive petals on here. Oh, they're going to blow away. Oh well. I guess that's what happens. Okay. Now we're going to have a taste. It is so good. The chives are just wonderful. This is so good. The chives are such a nice flavor, so much more mild than, say, shallots or garlic. It just is wonderful. Very subtle flavor in the egg. It's really good. I hope you can try this recipe. Thanks for watching.